Previously on the Stars of Huzuz.
I've been an advisor and an ambassador for the High Caliph.
I've got a new assignment here for you from the Grand Caliph.
Knightsbridge never prepared me for this.
You will assemble an adventuring party and escort this star-fallen prisoner to the Temple of the Tranquil Soul.
Well, I've been following a particularly mean-looking mushroom.
Well, I usually am me, last time I checked.
Saw our friend, the Shadow Bitch. My sister's in trouble. I have to leave.
You must tell me these secrets, or you will pay dearly.
To find some monk master or something, some talisman.
And if I need you again, you will answer my call.
Welcome back to the Stars of Huzuz. I'm Ben the DM. I'm so glad you're back for more. If you haven't already, please leave us that 5-star review on the podcast platform that you are tuning in on. It really helps us to get this project out and into the world. But enough of that. Let's say hi to our fabulous adventuring party.
I'm Emily Blair, and I play Sir Reginald Wellington III. Half-elf, half-human, full knight.
I'm Ashley Marie Robillard, and I'm also Selene Nightshade, your friendly neighborhood bard, celestial enthusiast, and advocate for a good time.
My name is Jessie, and I play Charla, the Lightfoot halfling rogue, probably best known for my lack of skills, except for my ability to turn myself into a bush.
Hello, I'm Allie Haas, and I play Beetle, a goblin of sorts and a druid of sorts.
Hey, buddies. I like the smell of all of you.
Hello, I am Jacob O'Shea, and I play Billowby Fiddlefern, and I am one day away from retirement, and I am too old for this shit.
Hello, my name is Tom Lynch, and I play Kailu Yingwye Gwestedir, a star elf dragon ancestry sorcerer who is acting as ambassador for Heatherington. I shine, I sparkle, and I cast lightning.
And without further ado, onward to adventure!
Jammed amongst the golden shimmering rooftops in the Pilgrims District in the People's Quarter, we find the bustling tavern and community hub known locally as the Beehive. The guests, the residents, are often various struggling souls who find support without judgment at this treasured institution. In recent times, the Beehive has been all the more filled with activity. Its beds and tables are always occupied with refugees from the Isle of Razine, victims of the Myconid attacks, or those hundreds suffering from the ongoing conflict in the mountains. But ever poised and eagerly working to serve her patrons, we find behind the bar Jamilla Velessa. Though her lips rarely curl to a smile and her eyes carry a heavy sternness, she exudes always this enigmatic beauty and wisdom, and those around her feel a certain warmth, no matter how well they know her. On such a busy midday, in walks her granddaughter, who has not been home for several years. Selene, what do you do as you walk through the door?
I shout Nana. Nana!
Jamilla, beholding your face, rarely shows surprise, but it is all too evident in her face as she drops whatever glass she's polishing and makes her way around the bar, and without hesitation she will take you into her arms, hugs you, and very close, very strong and comforting. Strong arms for a woman of her age, and she will look at you and hold your face, and tears will actually form in her eyes, and she will say, you heard.
What happened? What happened? I only heard that something happened. I don't know what happened.
Several weeks ago, your sister vanished. All I know is I heard she has been seen walking out of the city late the night of her disappearance, alone, in the dark. There has been no sign of her since.
She doesn't even like walking down the street.
She doesn't even like the dark. I had to beg her to go star watching every day of our lives growing up. She walked alone at night?
Uncharacteristic of her. I still do not know what happened that night. Things have gotten no better here.
What? I feel like I've missed a lot of chapters. Do you need help? God, sorry. There's so many people here. we can have this conversation behind the bar? What do you want to do?
Will you help me polish glasses? You're always so very
Done.
good at that.
So you will go behind and she'll hand you a rag, and she'll sort of catch you up on all of the things that have been happening in Huzuz as of late. The whole ordeal with the stars and the cultists, all of this is probably hasn't really reached wherever you've been. The only news you've received of home is this message from your goddess. So all of these other details she will begin to fill you in on. And over the course of probably just the next 20 minutes or so, some other folks begin to enter the Beehive as well.
Reggie might be the next one, leaving immediately from the mountain with the cultist in tow.
Reggie, this is perhaps only a day or two after you already know about this foreign prince who's going to escort you. Maybe you're still trying to figure out who else you're going to bring along with you in this adventuring party. You haven't communicated with lots of those other folks in some time, and you know this is a good place to start.
Yeah.
So what would you do as you come through the door?
Holding the cultist, I kind of open up the door, and Reggie sees Jamilla, and he immediately gets on one knee and goes, "Oh, my liege, it is so good to see you."
Jamilla will behold you, Reggie, and noticing your new badge will say, "It hardly seems appropriate for a captain to bow down to me. Please stand."
I don't know, Grandma. I like this energy.
If you are more comfortable, very good.
"Oh, my lady!"
Gets down on me again.
He gets down on one knee again. Who might you be?
No, I sincerely
He just switches to the other knee.
Other knee, yeah.
He just kind of like scoots over. I'm still on one knee. My lady.
He's like, oh dear God, I did the wrong one.
I am Sir Reginald Wellington III. Who might you be?
I am Selene Nightshade, and
Hello.
I like this one.
Oh,
God.
God.
Thank you.
Oh,
This has lifted my spirits a little bit.
Hello, nurse.
Thank you. This is my charge. May we have a private room, please?
Of course, absolutely. You know the meeting room in the back where we've discussed important business before?
Yes.
Perhaps before you make your way in there, some of the other folks stumble through the door.
Kailu comes in pretty soon after. He would start looking, and then he would look for Jamilla, and he was like, Jamilla, honey wine in our usual corner, please.
Kailu and Reggie, I need to tell you something, and it perhaps is not a huge concern, but perhaps it is of great concern. I do not know yet. But Grick disappeared last night.
What?
He was not in bed early this morning.
I'm sorry, what? What? Early this morning?
Jamilla, she'll be very shameless about what the relationship is there.
Oh, yeah.
And say,
Yes, as I walked in the morning, he was not in my bed. I did not, though he is, of course, can move in the shadows, perhaps.
Selene is like, no, thank you.
Well, he pulled aside Reggie, and she probably hasn't even mentioned Grick to Selene. Selene doesn't know who Grick is, but this is certainly pertinent to.
Oh, and
Kailu has been to the Beehive before, so Kailu does know Grick and has spent some good amount of time.
he does know a majority of people, except Miss Selene, who he doesn't even know her name. Also, Jamilla, who is this?
Oh, boy.
She looks kind of like you.
This is my other granddaughter, Selene. She has been away from home for many years and has received word of the disappearance of her sister Lilith.
Pleasure. Kailu Yingwye Gwestedir.
Lovely to meet you as well. Sorry, I'm a little absent-minded right now.
That's fine, my dear.
You were saying things. Sorry, finish your questions, please. I will say things after. She's rubbing the same spot on the same glass that she's been holding the whole time.
Very good. Jamilla, do you have any idea of, like, the whereabouts of where Grick usually goes, of where he's coming from, of where he could have gone?
Where did he come from? Where did he go?
He usually sleeps through the night and sleeps in the mornings. He is, of a certain age where he loves his rest, but it was very strange for him to disappear. However, he did mention this dream he had been having, something about an island, not that of Razin where he had been before, but a different island. And he also spoke of the temple. He said in his dream he saw the temple of the Tranquil Soul.
I may be presumptuous. I'm sorry that your friend is missing too, also. That's distressing. And I'm sorry that your friend is missing too? We'll talk, Nana. Not wanting to thread all these things together, I'm a little desperate. Did Lilith have anything she was obsessed with, or have any dreams that she was obsessing over before she left? Is there any connection here, do we think?
There was no sign of any strange behavior from Lilith. She was helping me at the Beehive, as she does, and then the next morning she was nowhere to be found.
Ben, in retaliation, I would assume Kailu would also send out, like, some of the Caliph Guard to search. Have they found anything or any clues? I would imagine not.
Yeah, as far as like an investigation into what happened to her, you have probably heard the same as what Jamilla was sharing, is that there were witness accounts of her just walking out of the city at night alone, and not a whole lot of information beyond that.
Yes, the city guard have nothing other than what we already know, that she left in the middle of the night for some reason. I'm sorry, it's not good. It's not good news, and I haven't found anything more in the past few weeks. I'm very worried.
A lot of time has passed, and a lot of things seems to have happened, so if there's anything I can do to help with your friend in exchange for the help you've already offered my sister, I would be happy to do so.
Very good. In fact, I actually have a missive from the High Caliph, if we can go to the back room, Jamilla. I'd prefer that less ears be listening to us in this capacity.
I fully agree, my lord, and I also have a missive, and I believe we are of the same missive, so we must adjourn.
I believe your charge is part of my my mission. So,
yes, and it is part of my mission indeed. So it is now our mission, my prince.
Indeed, Reggie. It is now our mission. By the way,
oh my god,
Captain.
Yes.
Well done.
My father had something to do with it, so I don't know if it is quite earned.
Well, Algernon Wellington the 14th is surely, he's a man of his word. He may be stiff.
And that would be the 13th. The 14th is deceased.
It's dead.
Yeah.
Reggie sheds a single tear.
It will grieve you to know that I have just heard as of a few days ago that my brother Algernon the 14th has unfortunately been slain.
Reggie, I'm very sorry.
I am conflicted. Shall we go to the back room?
I like the idea that Reggie continues to try to usher people in the back room, but more folks now will stumble through the door before everyone is able to do that. Who comes in next?
Charla.
Good, Charla, you come through the door. And you're, of course, hoping to meet your neighbor here, Noura, good friend and your drinking companion. But she's not at your usual table.
Rude.
Reggie sees her and he immediately gets on one knee. My Charla! My lady! It is so good to see you!
You must have knees of steel.
Well, he's wearing full plate mail, so,
Oh, good, Charla, you're here. We're about to head into the back room.
I don't know you.
Shall we go?
Yeah, do Kailu and Charla know each other?
I would say, wait a minute.
I guess if you both frequent the Beehive, let's roll for it. Contesting D20s. If Tom rolls higher, you have met. And if Jesse rolls higher, you've never met.
Who you? Just straight up forgot you.
Natural 20.
First nat 20!
Ding, 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 ding.
Charla, perhaps you've been intoxicated the 5 times that you've talked to this guy. Wow.
Well, we were in a few of our cups when we first met. I'm Kailu Yingwye Gwestedir.
That's too many.
You remember me, right?
That's too many.
My name is Kai, Charla. Kai.
Hello.
No, not ringing any bells whatsoever. Very well. All right. Shall we head into the back?
Yes, please, let us adjourn. Charla, we value your insight and your knowledge, please. We are tasked with a sacred mission.
Oh, not again.
Well, I semi-expect this.
How many
it's
sacred
fine.
missions
Let's
could one possibly be a part of? It's too many. That's too many.
I actually think that I would slip away to Lilith's room
I like that.
to try and see if I can find anything about her.
How about you roll a quick investigation while this is going on?
You do an investigation while I'm like, I don't know you.
Yes, you do.
And also I love that Kai is literally a prince. Like, he's like, no, you have to remember me. I'm fucking royalty.
You literally met me before.
Charla, his face is on the coin. Charla, this is his face.
I'm on the money.
I'm on the money. I've been on the money for a while.
It looks nothing like you.
What do you mean it looks nothing like me?
Clearly you've had some work done.
I have not.
Charla, That's treason.
I got a 16.
With a 16, it does look largely the same as to when you last saw it 3 years ago and saw your sister in there. Perhaps the two of you were having a conversation or whatever, saying goodbye as you went out on your mission. Nothing has really been disturbed or overturned for the most part.
I think that in addition to an investigation, I think she also would do some kind of arcana to see if there's any sort of lingering magical thing that could also point her in some kind of direction.
Okay, how about you do that roll then? Arcana?
I gotta say, Bard addings to proficiencies and stuff is great.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. I can't do math. 23.
I can't do math. I just can't count that high.
I can't count at all.
I don't have enough fingers and toes.
I stopped taking math sophomore year of high school and never looked back.
Same girl. Same.
With a decent investigation and perhaps a little bit of help from the forces which you're very much in tune with, you perhaps see a beam of moonlight coming through, or I guess it's the middle of the day. You don't see a beam of moonlight. Instead,
that would be crazy.
Instead, what you do is you open a drawer near her bedside table and you pull out a compass. And this compass, upon investigation, you can tell points north like a good, towards the northern star like a compass ought to. It has some sailor-like decoration on it. And with your good arcana roll, you definitely feel that this is indeed connected somehow to Eliestre and her will and the will of the stars.
Is there anything in the room that is like a scarf or a ring or something small of Lilith's that Selene can take and wear?
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah, I'm sure it's anything that she wasn't wearing when she was...
Even when your sister's missing, you still borrow her clothes.
Always.
She was barefoot. She was in her pajamas. So all of the rest of her, of her belongings and things, she didn't even have a bag on her shoulder. She just seemed to be wandering. So everything she owns is probably still intact here.
Okay, then I would say the flavor of this is opens the drawer, finds the compass. I think as she's rustling through that drawer, though, she also finds a bracelet with a matching moonstone to Selene's necklace. And this is a bracelet that is like these both are pieces that our parents gave us, and Lilith not having this bracelet is immediately horrifying. Selene's gonna put it on real quick and take a second to look in the room and just sort of breathe in, breathe out, and then she's gonna leave and try and find everyone again.
Sounds good. And let's get our last folks through the door here. So how do you all arrive?
Yeah, well, I think so. You guys are already in the back room. There's like a drain or something, and you just hear it's like, and then as it kind of like pops up and out climbs Beetle and Biggleby, what is your character?
Billowby.
Billowby, thank you.
Anyway, that's when I was flying over on the carpet and I farted on them. And then like 3 guys ran away. It was hilarious. Well, this is the end of the tour.
Beetle.
I knew I smelled something. Hello, Beetle.
Beetle, it is nice to see you again.
Oh, hey, buddy. I don't know who this tall, sparkly dude is, but,
Why does everyone forget me?
You do know him. His name
Am I
is...
honestly that forgettable?
His face is money. He pulls out a coin and he's like, this is his face. He is a prince.
yeah.
Kai's just having an existential crisis.
Kailu, you've certainly not met Beetle before. Beetle,
really?
As soon as that last adventure ended, just took
I
off.
just went to the mountains, didn't know what to do.
None of you have seen Beetle since the fateful night of the eye opening.
What the hell is that?
So he is new to you, Kailu.
Reggie immediately hugs Beetle.
Oh, hey, buddy. Look, I got all these new buggies. I got this guy. I named this one after you. And then I got this one, and I haven't named him yet. This is my friend.
And Beetle gestures over to the grate that Beetle came out of, and you just see a hat that's pointing out.
Let's go home.
Billowby has struggled to try and get up over the ledge to get into the actual room.
Reggie goes over and helps him out, offering a hand. Oh, hello. Welcome. Who were you?
Yes.
I took him on a tour I did our whole adventure. I took him all over the sewers and showed him all of the places where we went, just so he's sort of up to speed.
Oh, that's very kind of you. Very thorough. Good job, Beetle.
And
thank you.
Billowby's eyes are just darting all over the room, very overwhelmed with the number of people who are here.
Reggie,
Yes.
who and what are these things? Like, I mean, who's this?
Oh, fancy boy.
This is Beetle.
Oh, stinky boy.
Beetle's gonna like crawl down Reggie like a freaking like just a creature. What is he? And then he's gonna kind of like go up on all fours to Kai and like, do you have like long flowing robes or what's your deal?
My robes are actually like kind of like ninja sorcerer robes. They're flowing in the middle and there are bandages around.
Oh, sick.
And around my legs. Elven ninja like style.
Fuck yeah, dude. Yeah. So yeah, Beetle's just kind of like,
You're very clean. You know, it's very easy to track things that smell this good. You wear kind of a fancy, very specific sort of soap.
here, and he's gonna pull out what is very clearly like a dead sewer fish and just stick it in your one of your leg wrappings. Be like,
There you go, buddy. That'll help.
Ben, can I take a check to try to avoid that?
Yeah, a deck save.
All right. I'll take that dex save.
Come here. Oh, you're a squirrely little fella. Come on, don't be afraid.
5.
Yeah, no.
No. Ow.
It smushes right into your...
Reggie intervenes and like pulls the fish out of the leg wraps. Oh, I'm so sorry, Your Highness.
It still has scales.
I pull out the fish. Beetle, this is the prince?
Billowby's gonna come over in indignation of what Kai has said, and he's gonna whack him in the shin with his stick and try and grab his ear.
Ow!
A stranger. He is the prince.
what is happening?
Why is everybody attacking Kai?
We were sweet. No, I love Kai. No.
I love this.
Well, he was just a little bit arrogant when we met. Because...
Charla's just sitting in the back. Yep, totally deserves it.
Because we did
Reggie is trying to like make formal introductions very like peacefully.
The moment Ash leaves, the literal like moderator,
chaos.
Just, like,
I like how everything is
it just dissolved.
Well, you know what happens when you assume.
We lost the mom of the group.
It sounds like it's an attack roll against an AC.
All right, let's do it.
We don't like new people.
Good start.
Hey, Tom, does your AC happen to be less than 19?
Oh.
Yes.
So it's not intended to hurt. So he's not like putting his full force behind it, but I'm cracking you with it's very typical old person like wrapping on the
just take 1 point of damage then? Or how does this work?
No,
we'll say no damage, but certainly the flavor of the pain.
Your dignity's going to take a hit.
Yeah. And he's going to pull on your little pointy ear and he's going to say, "The titles of man mean nothing, dearie. I've seen more moons come and go than you have ever seen in your life. So when you address us, it is not a thing, it is a who."
Oh, no, that's cool. A lot of times people don't know what I am.
I am terribly sorry, young
Oh,
son.
no, it's...
Sir, I was taken aback by Beetle.
It's no trouble at all.
All right, and on that
Reggie's
note,
literally like sweating.
I am going to cast Prestidigitation on my leg, just to clean that up a little bit from the scales. Also, wait, Beetle, what's your passive perception?
What is it these days?
What is it these days?
Let's just check on this, my beautiful baby boy. It's 23.
Oh, God.
Okay, so Ben, can I send Allie something? Because there's something under the bandages.
Oh, shit. Oh, no. Beetle, why does Beetle always go right for the thing he's not supposed to touch?
So Jamilla has brought in perhaps some nice goat stew for everyone, hunks of bread, perhaps some tea as well. It is the winter after all. These meals are nice and hearty.
I'm going to take the dead fish that I tried to put in Kai's wrappings. And
Reggie will hand it back to you.
I'll like squirt it like a toothpaste thing, like they do it in Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs. If no one's seen that movie, it's one of the funniest things in the world.
Kai is going to turn around slightly away from Beetle and try to eat his soup.
Yeah.
Billowby is going to take some of the good berries from his pouch and add it into the stew.
So as everyone's like eating the soup, Reggie, asks for introductions and goes like, "Everyone, this is, introduces Kai," and then goes to Billowby and is like, "And who might you be, noble sir?"
"My name's Billowby."
"Pleasure to meet you, sir."
Pleasure to meet you, Billowby.
What brings you to the city?
"Have you seen any mushrooms? There's these red mushrooms growing."
Red mushrooms. Describe them a little bit more. What do they look like?
So I come from the jungles in the Far East, over the mountains of creation. And there's these mushrooms that have crept over the mountains that kind of grow into this cap that looks like an eyeball. It blinks and everything. And the only way you really deal with them is you have to burn them, is what I found. But they grow unnaturally fast, and they took over the minds of some of the creatures living in the forest.
I told him he should poke it in the eye, but I guess that didn't work.
I wouldn't recommend it. If you do poke it in the eye, it spurts out this spore that blinds you.
Oh.
It's what we've actually been investigating in, and part of. We actually have an infestation here in the city, and it's causing a lot of sick. At first, this inn was the safe spot for a month or two while the infestation was at its worst. It's on its way down, but we're still trying to track a lot of the sources of this fungi as well. Did I hear that it's spread into the mountains?
It's spread far past the mountains. I'm in the jungles in the east off the coast. It's taken over my home.
I'm so sorry.
I'm very sorry to hear that.
I just want to find a way to get rid of it. It's otherworldly, to be honest with you.
This is something that we must also discuss as well. The main reason why I brought everyone back here, or we brought everyone back here, is that we have a charge for the person that's silent on the side of the room. This hooded figure is what we are charged with to bring to the Temple of the Tranquil Soul and meet with Shara Kelkant. For reasons, do we know, Reggie? Love, why? Because I received an order from the High Caliph himself. I don't know who you received your orders from.
I received the orders from my father when he appointed me a captain and bade me to carry this prisoner, this cultist, to the temple and to take up my brother's mantle.
How about you roll a quick insight, Reggie? I won't speak on behalf of Phil's character while he's not here, but I'll say what you'll observe about him.
16.
Yeah, and you've been obviously watching over him for a couple days now. He hasn't said anything, but you heard from your father that he did indeed say that he has information and needs to talk to Shara Kalakan. Mm-hmm. He's definitely got some and you've been fighting against these cultists, and some of the people against you've been fighting look a lot like star spawn. Which are creatures that come from the stars, is the short version of it. And he definitely seems related to that in some way, but has some human qualities as well. He's actually a Kalashtar is his race. Mm-hmm. But he's been very quiet, perhaps very shy, you can tell. Mm-hmm. And a bit confused as well.
Mm-hmm. Oh, we'll get him to talk. Maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow, but someday.
We need to take him to the temple, and he will share his information. But that is our current missive, is to accompany him, guard him to the temple.
I haven't visited them myself, but it shouldn't be too difficult to traverse.
Mm-hmm.
Ben, how long is the journey?
Good question. It definitely would take half a day to get to the base of the stairs of the Temple of Tranquil Soul.
If we were to set off now, we would end up at the Temple of Tranquil Soul by evening, which I'm not quite sure if visiting them in the evening might do, unless we want the cover of darkness. But I don't see anything shady yet in the goings-on of this mission. But I suggest we go at some point tomorrow morning and go investigate. Unless the rest of you want to head off now.
I've got no plans.
What do we think, everyone? Other than Beetle?
Well, I was supposed to be getting drinks with my neighbor, but if we must go on another sacred mission...
By all means, you're welcome to come, but you don't have to.
Do you not want me to come? Or is that you don't want me to come? Is that what I'm hearing?
I'm simply giving you the option to drink with your friend rather than come on a...
Oh, so the prince thinks he knows what's best for me?
Jesus Christ.
There's really no winning with her, is there?
Excuse me. Well...
Excuse me.
Your Highness, she is a wonderful fighter, an excellent rogue, and a great bush. I think she would be
roll a deception
to our party.
roll deception.
But I will roll it. I have a +6. 18. Suck it.
Or I should roll hold on. It's 18 as well.
You're certainly skeptical, but have no reason to believe otherwise.
Exactly.
You You don't know me. You don't know my life.
Yes, alright.
Well, I mean, I think if we leave now and then we climb up there at night, it'll be a great spot to watch the stars. And I gotta watch the stars, so...
When do you watch the...
Wait, since when did you watch the stuff?
You don't know me!
I don't know you! You're a goblin that popped out of the sewer!
Yeah, man, you should try it down there.
I'm fine, thank you.
We'll get down there, buddy. Don't you worry.
I'm sure we will, Beetle. Since when have you taken an interest to stargazing?
Oh, no, I don't really care. It's just one of those things like, if I don't, then, my head hurts and my ears start to ring, and it's just, it's better if I watch them, it's just, I don't know why.
When did you start experiencing this?
Well, did you see when I got swallowed by the big, star snake?
Yes, I was there.
Yeah, well,
wait. You were swallowed by Dendar.
Oh, yeah, it was a great ride.
Oh, yes. Sorry, my lord. I did not catch you up on this. Beetle and Charla were part of my team when we were investigating the cults in the mountains and when, the lady went up to the sky and drew the snake away.
Was I there for that?
I made everybody float with this thing.
And then he'll pull out the piece of the wheel. Just be like, anyway, and then just sort of.
Wait, do I recognize this wheel?
How about you roll a quick history on that wheel or Arcana?
That's a 22 on the history check.
I would say, yeah. You would recognize this right away. You've probably even come across it in your recent hours in the library. This is a circle of stars. You know it to be a magical item that has some powerful properties on its own, and in addition to that, it's part of a whole orrery called the Orrery of the Wanderer. And if the pieces of the orrery are assembled, it can have even more powerful effects. With a 22, I might even have literature to share with you right away on it.
Yeah, Billowby came into my house and it started freaking out.
Where did you get this?
Uh,
And how long have you had this?
Your mom's house.
Charla.
Charla. This is some of her humor. You will find it as amusing as me one day.
Maybe someday, but not right now. Anyway, back to this. Where did you get this circle of stars?
So I feel like Kai maybe is like getting on his like haunches to like get in Beetle's face, be like, focus. And Beetle's gonna like mimic his like, and he's gonna like get really close. He's like, I don't remember.
My lord, it was when I believe you heard about our tales in the sewer, and
See, the sewer, it's important. Let's go. We'll show him. I'll show you where I got it.
And we ran into the cultists' lair in the sewer, and we fought a bunch of people, and there was a puzzle and a dragon head. We found all of this treasure at the base of this like stone dragon head.
This makes so much sense.
Does it? That's good. Do you want this?
Yes. I will take it.
There you go, buddy. I don't have any room. As you can see, I'm pretty full up.
And he like jingles some of his like things that are like filled with centipedes.
Okay. Yeah. I'm just gonna put that in my pack and call it a day and maybe...
and it is a wondrous item that you can like look up and just straight up add.
Perfect. Ben just gave me the notes on it.
Cool. I don't remember what we were talking about before this. Oh, right. Yeah. The Watchers in the Stars. Yeah, that's pretty much when it started. When I got swallowed up by Dendar. You called him Dendar? Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, it was pretty wild.
That is very strange.
I know, right? Very uncharacteristic of me.
Mm-hmm.
So Ben, I only have the Wheel of the Stars in this for the Ori.
Yeah, we don't have the other two pieces yet.
Yeah, there are 6 pieces.
Oh, Jesus, never mind. That's gonna take forever.
Kailu, like, kind of says under his breath, the missing pieces.
What?
He kind of, like, got, like, lost into a second and kind of, like, phased out, and he's, like, holding the Wheel of the Stars, and, like you see a glint of hope and excitement in Kai's eyes. Sort of like he just solved something that he's been trying to solve for the past few weeks by just this relic alone.
Oh, I see a smile. Oh, I think I see one in there. Come on, let's see that smile.
You know, for a dirty little goblin, you are very charming.
Oh, thank you.
I know. That's what I keep saying.
Kiss, 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 kiss.
Kiss, kiss, kiss.
Reggie, no.
Well, thank you. Okay.
Anyway, it's hard to explain, but this Wheel of the Stars is one component out of many components that create the Ori of the Wanderer. And I feel like once we have the Ori of the Wanderer, a lot of our questions about the skies and a lot of our questions about what's going on in Huzuz and around Zakara would be answered. If we had all the components, unfortunately.
Let me see if I understand this. Are you telling me that the stars are messed up?
Yeah, haven't you noticed?
I live in the feckin' jungle.
Well,
you look up and there's trees.
I suppose.
Beetle lives in a tunnel.
And I still find time to...
But yes, once we have all these components, maybe a lot of our answers could be answered. I'm not sure.
Boy, I'm really glad I gave that thing to you.
Yes, I am too. Anyway, should we go to the Temple of the Tranquil Soul?
Yeah, let's do it. I'm ready.
Usually when someone is grateful, they say thank you.
Thank you, Beetle.
Oh, stop
And
it.
thank you.
Billowby's quite chivalrous.
Yes, all right, let's go.
And then Beetle jumps into the sewer drain, assuming that we're taking the sewer.
Billowby does the same. Billowby just follows, because the city.
I don't know about the tall people in this room, but I personally do not want to go back into the sewer.
All right, Charlotte's small too. Come on.
I'm short, and I don't want to.
Reggie,
yes?
should we head over there and just meet them there, or?
I believe that it would be safer if we stayed together. Let me call down to them. Yoo-hoo, good sirs.
If we're going into the sewers, somebody's going to have to carry me.
We are taking the above land approach. Please. So sorry for the miscommunication.
Reggie.
Every fiber of my being is regretting that I didn't take Thorn Whip, and I can't just drag someone in right now.
We're going down. All right, Reggie, you know you don't have to apologize to me. All right, Billowby, we're doing the above ground.
I don't want to go to the feckin' city.
Oh, but it's so nice. There's so much trash and really cool dead things all over the place. You'll love it.
Yeah.
All right, I'm ready to go.
All right.
I got all my stuff.
Onward!
Jamilla, as always.
To adventure!
Very good. So it's probably just early afternoon when you head out, and indeed, the Billowby, since you've probably never seen this city before, it's the first time you're on a city streets this large, at least in probably a great deal of time. So very overwhelming, but
just for other flair, can Kailu go back to the library and get the book of the orrery? Just to remind himself.
Yeah, absolutely. And the library is indeed just in this same area. I mean, that's probably why you started coming here in the first place, because it's just up the road, and this is where you come for breaks. So, yeah, it's definitely on the way as you pop out the door.
The bar's right there, and the public library's right there. Amazing.
Why does Kai give me big Name of the Wind vibes? Big Quoth vibes, for sure.
Quoth. Amazing.
Yeah,
we're just looking for magic, baby. That's it. Trying to find our magic.
You make your way out, and you'll take the main road, and you will reach the base of the cliffs of Kor here, where at the top of the cliffs is the Temple of the Tranquil Soul, and you reach the bottom of the stairs of Serenity that perhaps Kailu Grick has described to you the first time he tried to climb them and got greatly winded.
How do the stairs look? Do they look pretty secure?
The stairs, yeah, they look pretty much intact.
Are they stone, etched into the mountain?
Yeah, exactly. They're stone. They're made of mountain rock.
Got it.
Sometimes they go in, sometimes they protrude out. They kind of, at times, have to adjust for the face of the mountain. They're rather steep, not a whole lot to hold on to. Probably early evening now, because it takes half a day journey, so it's probably 6:30 or 7.
Well, it would take us forever to climb those. I do have a spell, but I am limited.
Oh, you're a magic boy?
Nope, I'm not a magic boy. Unfortunately, I do not have that spell. I made a mistake.
No, that's all right. We can climb. Come on, travelers.
Reggie starts doing
light calisthenics stretching.
Oh God.
Beetle will also, but they look very different and nasty. Also, you notice, for the first time, that Beetle's kind of like a contortionist, thing, where limbs should not be,
Yeah.
And Kailu's just gonna start walking up too.
Mm-hmm. Billowby, do you need assistance with this? I don't want to, assume anything, but...
I've got 2 good working legs. And he just starts walking up the...
Beetle's like, I think he has to roll for deception on that one. I spent like 5 days with this guy. It took forever.
Yeah, I mean, my walking speed is 25, so you will overtake Billowby, and he will end up lagging behind you at some point, because, every round or whatever it is, y'all are going to move 5 extra feet that he can't move because he's small.
Charla, do you need assistance?
I would not say no to being carried.
Beetle is gonna sort of Gollum Smeagol style scamper on the side of the stairs, from rock to rock, weaving in and out of people's legs like a cat, and picking up bugs and different pieces of lichen and stuff along the way.
Reggie's gonna go in the very last, so Charla can go in front of him, and so he can kind of assist her. Maybe not push her up, but kind of just assist her up. I don't think he can carry her, but he's helping.
Billowby's gonna be even slower because seeing Beetle, he realizes what kind of growth there is along the sides of this mountainous path, and he's gonna start picking things up along the way too.
An old man bird watching or foraging is just where the fuck is Grandpa? He's a half mile back.
It's oh look, a puffball.
Billowby!
Actually, can you roll a nature for me, Billowby?
Ooh, perfect. 17.
Yeah, with a 17, as the staircase at one point kind of moves closer to the waterfall, you see these beautiful green, almost they look like mint sort of leaves that are sprouting. And you believe perhaps they might have some medicinal quality to them. Those who have adventured before might recognize these as the core leaf, which is used to make tea that has some different properties to it.
The healing leaf.
Oh yes, that'll help with the sight rot, I believe.
So roll a d4 for me, Billowby, to see how much you can pluck from the sides of the staircase.
In one part of the chivalry manual, there's an index section of survival and whatnot, and there's little drawings, 4 baby, little drawings of poisonous, do not eat, or helpful, and so you flip to it, you're oh.
Yep. Ah, yes, indeed, it's right here.
3-tipped leaf with a slight indentation in the center.
That book has everything.
Ah, right, my scholarly friend. It is useful.
It is a very useful book.
As you all do continue to trudge up this staircase, you begin huffing and puffing as the altitude sets in as well. At some point, you'll each have to make a Constitution saving throw.
I'm being pushed. Do I get advantage since I'm being...
20!
21!
I rolled a 19.
I'm being pushed. It's all good.
Reginald and I are just in the road to El Dorado, we're just coming up all those stairs. We're just doing this steady space.
By the divinities, by gods.
We're the chieftain and the priest, and we're just nose up, just walking in as regal as possible.
Little old grandpa's keeping up fine.
And yes, I am, and I will give Charla the help action.
Thank you.
Billowby rolled a 19.
Yeah, I've got a 21.
Okay, great. Then all of you are feeling indeed totally fine as you get to as you reach the top of this cliff. As soon as you reach the top, there's just a bit of a clearing, but then right away you see this large prominent temple of the Tranquil Soul. Has these great large tall walls. And how about you do an initial perception, whoever's the first one up, maybe just to look around.
I think Beetle probably gets there first because he's sort of scampering ahead.
Yeah.
That's a 19.
You would notice right away that there's no one around. It seems a little eerily abandoned almost, or unoccupied. You do see that there are stairs leading up to the building to a great open archway. It's not a door, it's not an opening and closing door, but just an open archway that leads inside. It is nighttime now, so to those of you who that might affect how you see, you begin taking that into account as well.
Do we all have dark vision this time?
That's right, dark vision!
Thank you, dark vision.
I guess actually, since Selene, you've just joined in, you've been, you just climbed these stairs of Serenity to going to the temple, and everyone had to do a quick Constitution save to see how winded they are as they approach the top.
Do you want me to roll a Constitution?
Yeah.
There's a bad roll. Finally, I got a 3.
Perhaps you You left a little later than everyone. You've been running to catch up. So you get to the top just after everyone, and you are indeed huffing and puffing so much that you are exhausted. For an hour, you will feel the first stage of exhaustion, which is disadvantage on all ability checks.
No.
Okay. She's gonna reach everyone and go, oh, my fantasy asthma. Oh.
Billowby's gonna take out a good berry from his satchel because he burns his spell slots at the end of the day if he has any left to make good berries for the next day because he's been traveling so long. And he's gonna throw a good berry to her, be like, have a snack. You'll be all right. Technically, you'll heal, I think, one.
Yeah, it's only one hit point.
HP. Like, it's nothing. But just, like, the whole idea is, like, chin up.
I think that I'm gonna grab that good berry and I'm gonna look at you and say, good shout, thank you. I can appreciate that I can lean on you. I'm gonna wink, and that wink is bardic inspiration.
Aww.
Look at us go.
Look at us.
So indeed, you'll have this berry with you, which you can choose to eat or not. It does restore 1 hit point and fills your belly if you're feeling hungry again after the stew you had hours ago. What it won't do is cure you of this exhaustion that's overtaken you. That's not to say that there isn't another cure that could alleviate some of the pressure to the lungs.
A kiss.
The tea. The leaf.
I mean, listen, we can talk kissing at some point, but this feels rather forward.
No. Tea. Tea is the answer.
Tea.
It says in the book.
You have to dry it if you're gonna make a good tea out of it.
Desperate times.
I mean, can't you just, like, chew on it?
Yeah.
Can I make a medicine check?
Sure.
25.
You would know that it would be difficult to actually make a tea out of these fresh leaves. It's true, it'd be much easier with dried leaves.
Maybe they have some in the temple.
Yes.
Shall we go forward?
Can Beetle sort of sneakily scout ahead? Like, it's just weird that there's no one here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's no one welcoming us.
And
This is
so
very
Beetle,
strange.
like, using sort of like the patches of shadow, and I'm sure it's not very dirty here, but like, is it like a courtyard, or is it just the stairs and then a big old archway?
It's just a flat desert plateau, and then the stairs that lead up.
And it's like twilight now, or is it full dark?
It's dark. It's winter, so it took probably 45 minutes to get up the stairs, so it's after 8 p.m.
Can I check on the stars?
Yeah, what do you want to check on?
Just
How they doing? They in the
Are they there?
Okay, perception.
Can Kai look for the wolf constellation, Ascalon?
Yeah, another roll and maybe a quick investigation of low DC.
Sounds good.
11.
And that's a 14 for me.
Yeah, perhaps up there's a couple clouds obscuring the stars. You don't see the constellations to their fullest here, but you do not see any of the stars of the wolf, certainly. Beetle, you don't feel any extra, you don't detect anything beyond what you would normally detect. I mean, you were out in the mountains. Those were probably just as high, if not higher, than these peaks. So maybe it's less, maybe you have less of the tapestry that you're used to in your den.
Oh, this view sucks. Let's go in.
All right. Shall I knock? So it's a platform. Is there a door archway?
Yeah, there's a big archway that's probably 20 feet wide and 20 feet tall, and there's no door. It's just open into the building. No lights on inside.
Before I go into the building, can I, like, try to make a perception check into the building to, like, see
Yeah, is it just like a big dark hole?
Yeah.
All right, why don't you do that?
Oh, shit, that's nothing. 7.
Hello.
All right.
Is anyone in here? Anyone here?
You can see, right? You're an elf.
Yes.
This main chamber perhaps has a few windows on the skylight, but it's a very tall.
What do you see, buddy?
Yeah, you can see it's this large, extremely lavishly decorated worship hall. There aren't a whole lot of objects in this main area. It's kind of a big, open, grand space. There are a couple of altars with some different things for worship, incense, herbs, and pots and things like that on either side here. There's only one great statue right across here that you would definitely recognize as Kor. Kor is the god of wisdom. The town at the base of the cliffs is named after Kor. This leaf is named after Kor, kind of one of the main Zakharan gods. He's kind of large and bearded and masculine, and his symbol is the sun, which is here in the on the floor in the middle of the chamber.
Now that Selene has caught her breath a little bit, can she also peer in to do perception, but specifically she'd be looking for, since she like knows gods and temples and things, looking to see if like anything looks weird or desecrated or wrong about the temple?
Yes, you may with disadvantage because you're still exhausted and catching your breath.
Or religion.
I'm down to do either. Whichever you think is more appropriate.
You are at a temple, and you're looking for something of religious properties, so yeah, why not? But still, even that, you're just so exhausted that you're not going to do it your best.
And my recollection is it's super good. Okay, so one of them was a nat 20.
Oh,
but
no.
the other one was a 14 on die, which is still a 13, which is still a 17, so I'll take it.
Not bad for disadvantage.
Hell yeah.
What I know of Core and how this temple would operate, nothing looks particularly out of place or desecrated in that way.
No, nothing out of place. It probably just strikes you as a little bit grand, like a giant statue of Kor like this. That's not very common. Like, you've traveled, you've seen a lot of religious places. Most of them are a little bit more modest than this, the way that this is displayed here.
Can Reggie investigate for people? Or, like, what happened to the people?
Investigate for people, sure.
Kailu's actually going to walk in a little bit more.
15.
Yeah, it's very odd. Perhaps you even call out a hello, which echoes through the halls.
Yoo-hoo. Hello.
Yoo-hoo.
Knock, knock.
No sign of anyone that has been here in days, if not weeks, if not longer than that. There were no detectable footprints in the sand outside. With a 15, it's just pretty clear that no one has been around for a while.
I thought you said there was someone we were supposed to meet here.
Yeah, I thought so as well. Reggie is going to, in an effort to protect people, also go into it, but like maybe step further in front of the prince because now he feels responsible to protect the prince, and he's gonna draw his sword. His like spidey senses are tingling, so he's like, what is happening here? This feels not right.
Beetle's gonna kind of go up to Reggie and be like, should I do the thing with the bonfire? Like, should I light it up?
I feel like stealth is our mission here, my friend.
I agree.
But you have good instincts.
Philippe's just gonna immediately produce a flame in his hand. It's a little ball. It's through the produce flame cantrip. I can put it up on text. And kind of just waltz in. Be like, all right, there we go.
I like that Reggie says we're going to do stealth. And then... Also, Selene is going to just like tap Charla's shoulder just to be like, I got this. And is going to cast guidance.
Aww. Thanks.
Charla.
I was literally about to do the same thing to Reggie.
Aww.
As soon as Reggie passes by, like, you feel the prince, like, brush your shoulder plate, and all of a sudden you just feel a little bit more confident in what you're doing.
Oh.
Beetle seeing all of this, and it kind of is like happening so fast, and Beetle's like, wait, no, I want to play. I want to play too. I want to do it too. And so he's just gonna shh, and is gonna cast Pass Without Trace.
Nice.
So I'll get even with fire and full metal plate.
So we're all stealthily going into this temple. Right.
Yeah, if stealth is the way, then yeah, I'll burn a spell slot for that. So everyone will get plus 10 to a stealth check.
So how about we do that since we're creeping through the door here? Let's have that stealth roll from everyone just to have it, because we're now kind of moving in cautiously and sneakily.
I'll blow my bardic inspiration
And
on
I
this.
will roll with
Seems
disadvantage.
like a good enough moment to use it.
Same. So I got a 24.
10 on top of that.
Thank fuck.
That's a 28 for me.
It's a 34 for me.
Oh, shit.
Jesus.
Yeah.
20.
I love a good Pass Without Trace.
All of a sudden you're just like, where the hell did he go?
18?
The just of fire is still there, but like we can't see you.
Yeah.
It's just like floating fire.
Earth tones.
I am rolling like absolute garbage, but I still got a 20.
Yeah, this spell is effective, and indeed you all, even Charla, who rolls a 3, gets a plus 9 and a plus 10, so it gets a 22. You all definitely feel the effects of this spell, and you don't feel like anyone could... I mean, they could see you in plain sight, perhaps, but no one could detect you very easily.
Beetle does that crazy laugh and does the shh, and like right as he does it, like right before like basically becomes invisible, like everyone just goes like whoo, he casts the cantrip Primal Savagery, so like as he disappears and as it like gets dark, he fades into the shadow. His eyes just get a little bit bigger and like his nails grow, and like he just becomes a little bit more beastly and insane looking just for fun. Just for fun.
Kaya's like looking at this
new.
as this happens, and charming yet terrifying.
That is
satisfying.
That is precisely the words for Beetle.
The line that
charming,
he walked.
Terrifying. Indeed. Shall we continue into the...
Yes, let's. Let me go first, my lord. I don't want
no,
to...
after you. No, after you, please.
I shall follow you close behind, Captain.
Excellent. Thank you, my lord.
Can Beetle just sort of like slide across the floor? Because I assume it's like a very shiny, well-kept floor.
Can you slide along the floor? Yeah, it's right. It's a fine marble floor. And why don't you actually doing that?
Yay.
Roll another perception.
Oh boy.
Reg is just gonna walk the center line with his sword drawn.
Hell yeah, motherfucker. That's gonna be...
This feels like a trap.
Beetle always finds them, baby. 25 perception.
Yeah, you notice that if no one has been here in a long time, it seems like these floors are squeaky clean. Not your favorite.
I'm gonna, like, scamper back and, like, get on Reggie's shoulder.
Oh.
Yeah, exactly. It definitely scares you because you don't know I'm there. And be like,
It's way too clean in here. If people have, like, abandoned this place, there's something hinky's going on. It's way too clean.
and then he's gonna jump back off and just keep like sliding around and like get it as dirty as possible.
Reggie's kind of walking the center line, but he wants to go look at these desks, specifically the one on the left-hand side. So he's gonna like very gingerly walk, so he's like not fully at the desk, and then do an investigate.
Okay, investigation.
Yeah, 13.
Yeah, you probably can ascertain basically what I've told you, which is that this is kind of full of tools with which you can worship. There are definitely like incense sticks, smaller idols of gods, prayer beads, a whole variety of things, you know, all sorts of different religions kind of represented here. Definitely there seems to be a urn that has some dry leaves in it.
Is there like a level of dust on the desk? Or like
with a
sand?
13, perhaps you notice that there is a little bit more dust collected on this surface than there is on the floor.
Okay.
Do I find the same thing in the other desk, Ben?
Yes. Okay. It's pretty much the same.
I'm gonna take the tea leaves and bring them to our little gnome friend.
Are these in fact the same leaves?
Yeah, how about you roll a d6 of dried core leaf?
Yep. 2.
Yeah, so maybe it's running a bit low here. There doesn't a lot of the things that maybe could be more well stocked. A lot of the jars seem kind of like they're running low. This place hasn't been looked after in some time.
Well, at least we have some.
Find me a mug and some water, and I'll make up some tea real quick.
Sounds good.
I'm on it, buddy.
Are the doors?
Put the urn back.
No desecration. Are those like open, sort of like hallways, or are those doors peppered along the sides?
These are closed doors.
Do they have keyholes?
Do you want to inspect them a little closer? Yeah. You see that there's no obvious lock on it. It seems pretty simple. Like this door just kind of leads to another part of the temple. Doesn't seem to be extraordinary in any way.
Is it locked? I shouldn't touch that.
How would you find that out?
Reggie's gonna look at the ceiling.
Yeah, the ceiling is really grand and high up. There are indeed some skylights in the ceiling, allowing that, well, we said it's a little bit cloudy right now, but allows, obviously, daylight in during the day, and right now, some faint moon and starlight.
I'd like to look for the kitchen.
Can Kai go up to this door over here?
I'll follow Kai.
I'm just gonna, like, hang out near Reggie.
Yeah.
I'll hold my... Kai and,
Reggie holds his hand out towards you.
So you're just looking at the door? I'd say right away it seems pretty similar to the other door. Ordinary, just leads to another. Hard to determine what part of the temple.
I think for a second, like, Beetle's just, like, standing next to him, like, in silence, and just like,
I think you have to open it.
What if it's trapped?
Do you want me to open it? You're a prince. Oh, I see. You don't open your own doors. I got it.
And Beetle's just gonna jump up and, like, grab the handle and push. Someone's gotta do it.
The door will swing open. I'll show you what you see inside here.
After you, my Shmee. What do I say? Reggie, what do I say? What do I call?
His Highness.
Oh,
Your Majesty.
After you, Your High Majesty. I'm just looking for a cup and some water. That's what I was told to go and get.
I see. So at first glance, this is a room full of a lot of other idols and statues of gods. This is kind of a little bit more of like the representing all different gods, so people can come in here and pray to whomever they choose, but it's kind of similar in aesthetic to the other room. It's large, open space, and there's some altars with incense and things. What you do indeed find is water. You see in the center of the room a large pool of water, in fact.
Uh-oh.
As you notice that, those of you who are in the main chamber, you'll actually start to hear the sound of trickling water coming from under the other 2 doors in the room, making its way into the larger chamber. From both of those corridors, and also in the center of this room, you see these pools of liquid begin to whirlpool into forms that rise up from the floor, and several roiling hands of water, each 10 feet tall, unravel their long, sloshing fingers and begin to close in. And we will end today by rolling for initiative.
I should have fucking take control water. I can't believe I didn't take
So much build up. So much build up.
That brings us to the end of this episode of the Stars of Huzuz. Join us next time to see what's in store for our adventurers. Thanks for tuning in.